is a time pass, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो तारी राय सो हमारी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go, देखो सुनो मत बोलो, wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% करे नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना, who asked you live at zero complaint level, मौज में रहो, be happy.
Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. The world that we experience, the experiencer of the world, and now the third point is the experience. How this experience is happening and what are the contributing factors. Every experience depends on the quality of our mind at the time of happening that experience. Suppose we are not interested. Like you are not interested and I am talking. Then what happens? I got lot of husband-wife stories. So you will feel very at home. Chalo, like. So there was a husband. He was interested in watching cricket match. And he was very interested in that. And wife was interested in something else. Now he has to live with her in that house. There is no choice. So he was enjoying nicely what is happening, all that. In between, she will ask 100 questions. Listen, yes. He was watching this. Yes. I am thinking I should cut my hair. Yes, cut. No, but my such long hairs, I think I should not cut. Don't cut. No, but this is the fashion these days. We should have short hair. Cut. But if I cut, my mother will not like it. Don't cut. This cut, don't cut. Cut, don't cut. Went on and on. And afterward, she lost interest in him and he lost interest in her. And then she said, anyway, what should I cook for the dinner? Cut. Should we go for the dinner in a hotel? Don't cut. See? So, events are the same. Now, to whom the experience is happening? See, friends. So, husband, wife, and we, three of us. So, what happened to husband? Who is listening? Default setting, cut, don't cut, don't cut, it's go on. And wife is unnecessarily involved in so many details. And for us, it was a fun. Event is the same. Therefore, the quality of our mind at the time of happening anything determines the quality of the experience that we go through. How important it is. Depending upon the quality of the reflecting media, the quality of a reflection will be seen. Now, every experience is happening in the mind. Now, what is the quality of the mind? Now, we have done something and we are expecting things to happen according to our choice. If it happens, we are happy, happy experience. If it doesn't happen, we are miserable, miserable experience. And if we are doing the things for the joy of it, we go beyond happiness and misery. That is the real crux of all the events of our life. Therefore, every experience is determined by the quality of our mind. Now, that experience, how do we take it? Do we take it as the ultimate experience of our life? Or so many times it happens and goes, it's okay, keep cool, relax. Then one day it will click. To whom the experience happens. Now I am seeing you. Is the experience of your presence happening to my eyes? Now you are about 50 of you here. If instead of 50 of you, you become 5,000, will it be a burden to my eyes? If you all go away, will there be a loss to my eyes? So no experience happens to the eyes or the sense organs. Second thing, is the experience happening to the mind? See? Are these waves creating a burden for the ocean? No. See? So in fact, nothing happens to nobody. But then there is in between one factor. And that factor is called as ego. See, we have got email, ego. It must go. See? And who is this ego? To whom the experiences are happening? See, ego is a summation of our total past. A small child, 3 years old, past is only 3 years. Less burden, less ego. Oldie like me, 90 years, long past, strong ego. Now, what are the symptoms of ego? Symptoms of ego is one gets hurt every now and then. They become touch me not character. See? Now, to make this point, I was once conducting a management conference. And management conference, you are all expert in that, you know. They have the neckties and then they will be sitting seriously, do nothing. And in that conference, I say, hey, after our funny things are over, we'll all come together, bring your in-laws, outlaws, everybody, and then we will have a fun. So that evening we had big gathering, all these CEOs and also their relations, big gathering. I said, now we'll have a game. Let's play something. Because when we play a game, for everybody. I said, now I'll call two persons, one by one. And then I'll ask you something to say. Ready? Everybody started hiding their face. I'm not called. Then I called a child, maybe about 6 years, 5 years. I said, hey, come. He was very happy. He came. Yes. I said, now take this mic and you have to talk about yourself. How simple it is. Talk about yourself. He started. Big problem what to talk about myself. Mm, I like chocolates. Great struggle. I said, very good. Your speech is wonderful. Continue. What to tell you? Again blank. Again after a few moments. I don't like to take bath. Very good. Continue. Again blank. Nothing to talk. He said, that's all. Nothing more to talk. I said, no, you have to talk. 3 minutes. You have completed only 1 minute. Either talk or simply stand here. You cannot go. No, but I don't want to talk and I don't want to stand. I said, no, there is no choice. He said, if you don't allow me to go, I will do susu here. I said, go. He threatened and he went. One experiment over. Then I called one. 85 not out. Okay. And after he came, I said, dear uncle, say something about you only for 3 minutes, okay? Don't go beyond. Okay. And he started. After the 3 minutes were over, I said, stop. He said, no, I have just now started. I said, no, you are only 3 minutes. No, I had to tell so many things. I will not go. I had to call the police. Now see between these two people, one who hardly has any past and the one who has nothing but the past. Such people, they are a burden to themselves. See, friends, the child is so happy. And this old man wants to tell this again and again. My friends, you really want to remain happy and cheerful in this experience, do not bring your past in the present. You will be naturally happy. We are by default happy. But because of our faults, we become miserable. See? Don't bring in the present your past. Similarly, our future. Now see how these two things do not allow the inherent bliss to express. Small experiment. 297 days before at 4 o'clock, what you were doing? 200 and lost. And another. After 350 days, where you will be at 3 o'clock? Now, at present, wherever you are, whatever you are, how you are. See, whenever you go in the past and the future, you have to struggle. When you remain in the present, no struggle. See, friends, struggle-free experience is bliss. Experience with the struggle is blister. Now let us see whether we are going through the experience of bliss or blister. How the blisters happen? You all have shoes. I don't have shoes. So, when two surfaces rub against each other, your foot and the shoe, new shoe you put on, it keeps on rubbing, then the blister comes. Similarly, wherever there is other than you, the blisters happen. Blisters in the form of I like it, I don't like it. Therefore, the experience should be such that it does not create any impression on the mind because we have learned from it. And therefore, the whole spiritual practice is only this much. Learn from your experiences. Now, come back to the first example I gave you. When eyes are open, there is no impact on the vision. If red color is seen, vision doesn't become red. Blue color is seen, vision doesn't become blue. When a lady is seen, vision doesn't become feminine. When a man is seen, vision doesn't become masculine. When a old person is seen, vision doesn't become old. When a child is seen, vision doesn't become child. Meaning what? Rule. Rule is illuminator is not influenced by what is illumined. This is the rule. These tube lights, they are illuminating all of us. If some more people are added, there is no burden on the tube light. Hey, enough, don't add too much now. No. If all of us go away, there is no loss. Exactly the same way. Waking experiences come, stay for some time and go away. Nothing happens to me, I am the same. Dreams come, good and bad, they go away. Nothing happens to me, I am the same. Deep sleep comes, stays for some time, goes away. I am the same. Now, this experience is the ultimate experience. This we have to now recognize. See, now for that we have to think properly. Be attentive. Outside there is space, yes. Inside the hall there is a space. What is our understanding? Or what should be our understanding? The hall is in the space. Space is not in the hall. If the walls break, the space doesn't go out from the hall to other place. No. When we make a pot, in that pot we have to add sugar or milk, something. But do we have to add space in the pot? No. Because the pot is created and made in the space. Therefore, space is not in the pot, pot is in the space. First understanding. Now from this you come to subjective. Outside there is air, yes. Inside there is air. If inside air and outside air, their connection is cut. Now those of you who are doing yoga, they follow something called as kumbhak. They hold the breath. Put the air inside and hold it. On that also there are questions. How long we should hold the air inside? Half an hour. Then what will happen? Next question will not come. See? So air is outside, air is inside. What is the right understanding? Right understanding is body is in the air. See? Like the hall is in the space, in the same manner, the body is in the air. Externally it is called as air. Internally the same thing is called as prana or the vital air. Be very attentive. Now, next step. Any object you take, unless that object is included in the mind, it doesn't exist for us. See? Now this mic. When this mic is seen by me, means what? This mic is included in my mind. Now the question is, where the knowledge is happening? Now you are seeing me. I am outside you. Now where are you getting this knowledge? Where I am sitting or this knowledge is happening in you? Think. So, this division of outside object and inside knowledge is possible when the mind is common. Like inside air and outside air. When the air is common, then only this knowledge, this thing can happen. Therefore, the mind is not in the body is in the mind. Think. Now, like the space. Space contains all the four elements. And when these elements are doing anything, nothing happens to the space. Space doesn't reject any element. Space doesn't leave any choice. And space is not disturbed by any element that is supported. So what must be the experience of the space? That is the ultimate experience of abiding in the truth. Support everything, reject nothing, but don't get influenced by anything. And the best part is, we don't have to do anything for that. That is our natural state. See? Now what happens? Why our experiences go here and there? Another experiment in the management. They are all sitting. I said, today we'll do some experiment to learn some principle. In fact, management is a myth. Mismanagement is the truth. So, in that management conference, I said, come on, everybody sit. And every arrangement I have made. Then there was one thing, papadam. Here they have not given papad. No? You must have seen the papadam. It's a very thin, light Gujarati chapati type, very thin. So, if they are, either fried or roasted, we kept. And there is a community in India, they are called as Sindhi. Sindhis cannot survive without papad. They have to eat papadam. So I said, is there anybody among you the Sindhi? Yes, I am. I said, very good. Come. He came. I said, take this papad, don't eat. Hold it like this at the level of your shoulder. He held it. And then after some, then as if I have forgotten, and I continued some other talk. But my attention was towards him. So after a few moments, his hand started going down. I said, excuse me, your hand is going down. Again, after 2 minutes, again the hand is going down. I said, no man, you have to hold it up. Third time, he said, I can't. I said, never mind, eat and go. They are all thinking, what kind of experiment it is. Then I asked, I said, what you have learned from this experiment? Tell me. What is there to learn? Papad, he ate. It is where your real IQ comes into play. What you have learned. Everything in this world is a teacher to us if we are capable to learn. Then, no, we don't know. Tell us what you are. I said, okay, I'll tell. When he lifted the papad, what was the weight? Maximum 2 grams. Yes. After 2 minutes, has the weight of the papad increased? Why his hand was going down? Again he lifted. Again after another 2 minutes, has the papad's weight increased? No. Why his hand was going down? So the principle is, whatever insignificant a thing may be, if you hold on for a longer period of time, it bothers you. How important it is. And we are all miserable, never because of something great things. See, tell me among all of you, who is miserable because you could not become the president of United States? Nobody. We are miserable. This morning I didn't get a cup of tea. Daridri fellow. Be happy, man. We are never miserable for something great. We are miserable for stupid things. Discover this principle. Now, same thing come to your life. Small little things which have happened in our life sometime or the other. We don't forget that. Keep on holding on to that. In one place, I saw one old lady. She was on the deathbed, and her brother was also there, and I happened to be there. So she told me, Swamiji, my brother has done everything for me except he did not talk to me throughout my life. I just wanted him to talk to me. One word, he will not. He will do everything. He will not talk to me. And like this, and she died. Then, after everything was over, I said, do you remember what your sister was telling? Swamiji, when I was small, we had a fight, sister and brother. And that time I had taken a vow. I will not talk to you. How stupid it is. Don't get worked up over silly things. If you have to be miserable for something great. See? Today also, I lost my cool. I should not have. But then don't repeat it again and again. We become expert in that. See, friends, thus every experience of our life is born out of wrong understanding. So understanding is what? That I am in the body, world is outside. See? The truth is, both the world and our body, they are in the mind. And when the mind is holding on to a particular body, that uh, conditioned mind is the one which is going through good and bad experiences. And therefore, what is sleep? In the sleep, be attentive. In the sleep, individual mind merges with the total mind. It doesn't go anywhere. If the walls are pulled, the hall space will merge with the total space. Exactly the same way. When we sleep, our mind, which was holding on to the body, slowly gives up the body identification and merges with the total mind. And in this total mind, there is no misery. It's only happiness. Because the division of in and out is redundant. Now what is the division? I am inside, you are outside. Then the samsara, the fighting begins. See? The husband and wife, they cannot even look at each other, so much of fighting mode. But when they sleep, that husband who cannot dare look at his wife, where from the courage comes, he starts snoring so loudly. Where from the courage comes? I am no more your husband, you know. Krrr, krrr. All the problems are born only because of this. Therefore, friends, let us look at the world from the absolute standpoint. The third stage I am taking you. From the absolute standpoint, there is no joy, there is no sorrow. When we were small, we were lifted by everybody, kissed, hugged, how sweet, how neat, how. I don't know what happened to the people. Now they don't look at me. When I go near, they run away. Excuse me, what is your age? 92, not out. Oh, that's. Now our question is, why people avoid me? For me is the same. But what people are seeing is this old body. The day we understand we are supporting the body, body is because of us, we are not because of the body. When this is deeply gone in our system, then what will be the life? Thereafter, life will be a grand gala drama. In the drama, everything appears happening. But in fact, nothing is happening. See? I was earlier acting in drama. Very good artist. And the drama was, I was a character who was being tortured and persecuted. The whole story was developed around me. And because of the story development, the whole audience, when I was being beaten, etc., on the stage, the audience, they were all crying because their tempo was developed like that. And the ladies will take out their tissue papers. They will never wipe their eyes, you know that? They wipe their nose. On this also people ask me question. Swamiji, why these ladies, when they cry, they take the tissue paper and wipe their nose? They don't wipe their eyes. Why? I said, eyelashes are expensive. How can you spend money on that? So when that is going on, what was going on in my mind? You fools, you are paying and crying really. I am paid, I am crying fake. Because I know it is drama. And you are taking it seriously. So how do you take life? That determines the quality of your experience. See? Therefore, man is, husband becomes. Man can become husband, husband can never become man. Why? He is already a man. He doesn't have to become man. In the same manner, we are already divine. We don't have to become divine. Then what is the reason we are not able to experience the bliss in and through all? Because of the covering. What is the covering of on man? Covering on the man is the wife, and expression of the infinite man through the limitations of the wife is called as husband. Now who is miserable? This poor non-existing entity. The more you reflect in these lines, slowly, slowly, you will start playing the game of life as a mega drama. And drama is for what? Entertainment. We don't have to win, we don't have to lose. It's just a drama. See? Be attentive. One day, a guru, he got up from his sleep and started crying. So all the disciples came. Sir, you are guru. If you cry, what should we do? Don't worry, see, I am very miserable. He said, what happened to you? I had a very bad dream. Anyway, you only taught us dreams are illusions, forget about it. And now, come on, take a cup of coffee and relax. No, 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 I can't. What happened? You allow me to talk to about my dream? Okay, sir, talk. I had a dream that I am a butterfly. The disciple said, okay, anyway, it was just a dream. He said, no. Then my question is, I, your guru, dreamt that I am a butterfly, or the butterfly is dreaming that I am your guru? Tell me. Think how important it is. We get carried away and influenced by that which doesn't exist. When you take this principle, you will play the role, whatever role we have to play. See? We all have to play the role. Subordinate, boss, driver, husband, wife, children, then grandchildren. Play various roles. But after the role is over, take out the costume, give it to the green room, come back to your normal self and relax. See, you have seen this when he was playing tabla, he was hitting something and tightening the skin so that the proper sound comes out of it. But after his playing is over, he will loosen that tightness. Otherwise, that tabla will be destroyed. In the same manner, when there is a necessity, be alert. Do whatever you have to do. After the work is over, make it dhila, relax. All the time, you can't remain in tensions. Slowly, slowly, we develop this art. When required, we are fully available. After it is over, we are fully relaxed. With this technique, when we start living, then our experience of life will be, life is a celebration. Presently, for us, life is a calibration. What do I get? You get nothing in life. Give. And what can we give? What we have. Now, this ultimate experience, how can we encash, discover that? Now, take for example, imagine this is a piece of iron, and there is similar piece of iron. Both of them look alike, exactly same. So both the pieces of iron, we put them in two containers where there are iron nails or filings, and then lift it. Along with one piece of iron, so many iron pieces get attached and they come out. The other iron goes down and comes alone. So what is the difference? From outside, you cannot see any difference. One is called as magnet, other is called as iron piece. In the same manner, from outside, among us, there is no difference. We are the same. Inside, there is something different. And what is the difference between the magnet and the other piece? In magnet, all the atoms are properly organized, arranged. North one side, south other side. And therefore, the magnetic potentiality of the iron is invoked in this piece. In case of the other iron piece, although the potentiality is there, it is not invoked. Then, can we inject the magnetic potentiality in the iron? No, you can't. Then it is already there dormant. Invoke that. In the same manner, we don't have to invoke, we don't have to create divinity. We have to invoke the divinity that we are. Now, what is to be done in this case? So, we take the iron piece and rub it against the magnet in a particular manner, slowly, slowly. No hurry-burry, no quick shortcuts, slowly. All the inner atoms of the iron piece will be slowly reorganized. And the dormancy of the magnetic potentiality will be broken, and the same iron piece which was earlier an average piece will become an extraordinary. Exactly the same way, we have to think and correct our thinking process. Nobody can do it for us. Many times, are we thinking? Are we reacting? Most of the times, we have a default settings in our mind. And in that default settings, we only react. And that becomes our second nature. Therefore, friends, it is very necessary that real change in us will come if we are able to correct our thinking process. Thinking process is from the relative standpoint and from the absolute standpoint. From our standpoint, our perceptions are different. From the divine standpoint, perceptions are different. Now see how it happens. When somebody dies, we cry. Cry for some time is required in the society. But if you get clear understanding, what is death? Death is a new birth. The childhood died, teenage is born. Teenage died, middle age is born. Middle age died, old age is born. Old body will die. You will not die. On the contrary, we have experience of dying 3 times. As a child we died, as a teenage we died, as a middle age we died. So we are no expert in dying. Why we should be afraid? And friends, we never suffer because of death. We suffer because of the fear of death. This knowledge will help us getting freedom from the fear of death. See, this fearlessness is the ultimate gain in life. We never die thereafter. Like this, when our thinking process is corrected, we remain ever at peace, never agitated, never demanding, never trying to prove something to somebody. Just be yourself. And whatever role we have to play, play the role. And this we have to ourselves work. And for this, the technique I told you is only one technique. Learn from every experience of your life. Nobody can teach us anything. We have to learn. There is a friend of mine, in US it happened. Very nice big house he has. And within the house compound only, he has a beautiful swimming pool. So, one Sunday, it was a very bright day, hot also. So we decided to swim. So I got into the swimming pool because I know swimming. His wife got into the pool because she knows swimming. His son, 5 years, he knows swimming, he got into the swimming. I told my friend, hey, come on, get in. No, you swim. I said, you come on, you come. Then the son said, Swamiji, Papa doesn't know swimming. I said, come on, how come you don't know? Come. He says, Swamiji, I tried my best. Best teacher, everything. My son learned 5 years. My wife learned, but I cannot learn. Now tell me, what can be done to such a person who cannot learn? Friends, nothing can be taught. You have to learn. And what we have to learn? Every experience is our guru. Learn from that. And with every learning, we grow wise. And who are the wise people? Wise people are never miserable. That doesn't mean they don't have miseries. Here is a choice. Going through the misery experience is one step. After going or during the experience of the misery, to become miserable or not to become miserable is a choice. Choose. That discrimination, that ability not to get influenced by the miseries to such an extent that we become miserable is suspended. We remain as it is. Yeah, difficulties come to everybody. Who doesn't have difficulty? Who doesn't have pain? Except the dead bodies. Therefore, friends, the real spiritual practice in this retreat, we have to learn this. World begins from our own body identification. Who goes through the experiences of good and bad? He who doesn't exist. How can you change and improve a non-existing entity? But we hold on to that. And the third thing, what is the experience? Experience is, if you give undue importance, we become somebody. Miseries come, give undue importance, we become miserable. Happiness come, we give undue importance, we start jumping out of the skin. Relax, relax, relax. Slowly, slowly, our attitude towards life will change. And then, like the magnet, we are able to be an asset to the society wherever we are. That is the fulfillment in life. See, friends. Therefore, try to just be without becoming a meditator. Just be. The moment you become, you will start talking to yourself. Words are like ice cubes. Mind is like water. Water itself is ice cube. Ice cube is nothing but water. Now, what is the difference? Water has no shape, no color, no form. Ice is with shape, with color, with form. Water is one, ice cubes are many. In other words, when the mind expresses, the first expression of the mind is words. Therefore, if we are not reacting, meaning joy is there, we don't become joyful. Misery is there, we don't become miserable. We remain cool. Then the mind is no more expressing as the words, and therefore we don't start talking to ourselves. This was the second technique I told you. Spend some time on yourself. For 1 minute, start. Then 2 minutes, slowly, slowly. Remain quiet wherever you are. For 1 minute, do not talk to yourself. Oh, it's very difficult. Anything you do initially is difficult, but don't give up. In this manner, one day you will learn. Thoughts are no problem. It is the flow of thoughts that carries us away. There we suffer. Like you must have seen in a river. We take bath in the river. Here I do not know. In India we take. So we get into the Ganges, take nice bath and come out. No problem. But if the Ganges are in floods, there is a very fast flow of waters. Then water doesn't take us away. It is the flow of water which takes us. Exactly the same way. The thoughts are no problem. But the thought flow becomes the problem. And we are carried away by the thought flow. See? Which thoughts? Those thoughts which are pertaining to something finite. They breed thoughts. We have to arrest the thought breeding. See, in the morning I take a cup of tea. Wherever I go, I request them, keep the kettle or tea leaves, that's all. Nothing I want. And sometimes they keep, sometimes they don't keep. So when I get up in the morning, 4 o'clock, I want to have a cup of tea and I go to the kitchen. Oh, they are not kept. I don't know. Why don't keep? I will have to find out. Caw, goes on. Why? Because I want a cup of tea. Whenever the thought is pertaining to anything finite, it breeds the thought. Real practice is do not breed thoughts. Then let the theme be infinite. What is the infinite? Silence. Now bring these two factors together. One, don't talk to yourself, is silence from within. Listen to the silence, meaning don't interact to any sound. Now right now do it two together. Don't talk to yourself and don't react to any sound. Because you are not talking to yourself, you are not producing the sounds. Because you are listening to silence, you are not disturbed by the sounds. Then the mind remains only as mind. It has not fallen down to the level of the world. Thought-free mind is consciousness. Shapeless ice is water. Water with a shape is ice. They are not two. Therefore, when we start working on our mind consciously, peacefully, correctly, we don't have to go anywhere in the world. Wherever we are, whenever we are, whatever we are, be 100%. Then we come to a point, we are nowhere, never, nobody. This experience of ours, we all go through in deep sleep. The same deep sleep experience is encashed while we are very much in the waking world. See? So when I told don't become anybody, what does it mean? We don't become children. We are. We don't become teenagers. We are. We don't become middle-aged, we are. We don't become old, we are. Then what we become? We become husband, we become brother, we become mother. These entities, they create problems in our life. I have done that, I have done this, I have done that. This doership associated with life is becoming somebody. Therefore, do not become anybody means let there be actions without the doer. How it can be done? I have done this. No, that is the wrong way. Then, hey, the work is done. When I have done this thing, then our I will become very strong. And when the work is done, then the work is important, not I. Slowly, slowly, this poisonous weed, I, will slowly cool down. And then only joy and happiness will be the expression of life. Living with this understanding with reference to the world, the experiencer, and the experience. He is the complete capsule of life. Let us be committed to be happy. So if any one of you want to give me something, give me this promise. Don't justify you are miserable. If you become miserable, it will hurt me. If you really love somebody, do you like to hurt somebody whom you love? No. Don't justify you are miserable. You have learned this retreat fully 100%. Give it a try and be happy. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.